Now we're going to take a look at some of the non-aggregating methods, and we're going to look at use a dummy data frame here just so we can see how they work. So here we have df, and we're going to group by item, and I'll go ahead and do this on a series at first. So you can take the cumulative max by group. So for grouping by item, there's only two groups here, A and B. So you can see here the cumulative max, it will just keep replacing the max until if it sees a larger value as it goes down. It's going to skip over the B's, right? It's going to only look at the A's. So let's go ahead and call this. So it's difficult to see what is going on when the groups are not sorted. And what you can do is you can just assign this, because it's going to return a series the same length as the original. So you can go ahead and append it to the data frame itself, and you can just verify that the cumulative max is in fact what it says. So here, let's look at A. It goes from 5 to 8, missing value 15. So you can't really tell right now what the cumulative, if it's done anything, it's just doing the same number. But if you look at group B, we have 3 and then 2. So the cumulative max is still 3, and then 6 over here. It's easier to see with cumulative min. Just have to change the name of the column here. So we'll do the same thing. Now for cumulative min, we look at A, 5. It stays at 5, missing value, and then stays at 5 over here. So it continues to propagate the minimum downwards. There's also a cumulative count method. So what this is actually pretty cool for counting the number in your group. So this will start at 0 for every group. So this is like the first row in the group. This is the next one that says 1, 2, 3, and so forth. So this will just count up, and then it'll count for the B's. It'll do the same thing. That's a pretty cool method to know about as well. Now there's some other methods you can do, rank and fill NA. And by the way, if you just call this cumulative max or cumulative min on the entire data frame, it'll do it for every single column in your data frame. We're just using a series group by and just doing this on the quantity column. All right, so let's go ahead and do the same thing over here, and let's rank them. So here, again, we're just going to, you know what, I'll just add it again as a new column. So again, the rank method begins at 1 and just starts ranking the values, and it works from lowest to highest by default. Remember, you can give it a tie. So I'm not going to cover all of these things again. We've already covered rank in depth in previous videos, so you should already know how it works. But it starts at 1. This is the second rank. This is the third rank. For B, the first rank, which is the lowest number, is down here, and the second over here, and then the third right there. Okay, so pretty cool. And then fill NA, it just works the same way as before. So now I'll call fill NA. Fill NA. So there are some missing values over here. We do have to give it a method. So we'll say a forward fill. So we do have a few missing values over here. Right here's this missing value. So the forward fill is whatever the previous one in that group. So that is 8, and it gets filled over here as 8. For B, we can look at the one. So B, it has a missing value here, and its last one was 2, so it gets filled right here as 2. So again, all of these methods, they work the same way as they do on the entire data frame or series, but they do it by group whenever we have group by. And in fact, you could just, for all of these, you can just if you just remove the dot group by, you'll get that method applied to the entire series.